Alright, how we doing? My name's Ashton. Let's talk about music. I'd like to start this video off actually with an apology, because it turns out all this time I've been posting videos with my microphone. I have a Scarlett Studio microphone. Let me show you. Come on. So this thing here, it's quite a good mic. It's got a it's a normal cardioid polar pattern. And it works really well in studio applications, but apparently it pans all of the audio to the left, and I don't know why, and I don't know how to fix that. I could just use my normal laptop speakers, but the sound quality isn't as good. So I do apologise for that, but I've got nothing else to use, so we might as well continue the way we are. So we're going to be continuing my my album collection mini-series, and we finally get to my favourite band of all time, which if you've watched my first video you'll know is KoRn. I love KoRn. They've got such a combination of darkness and groove and crunchiness. You know, I love them. I love them. I haven't got all of their albums, sadly. I wish I did. But I have got 7 of their albums. Not all of them are great, but they're KoRn. Most of them are top notch. So I think I do have all of their albums, but I've only got these ones physical copies. And like I said in my other videos, I only show the physical copies. So we start off, not with the first album, unfortunately, although that is a great album, you should check it out, KoRn's self-titled album, KoRn. We start off with their second album, Life is Peachy. Yes. This is not my favourite album, I will admit, although there are some good songs on it. It's got Twist, which is iconic. That was the first song I ever heard KoRn play live, great song. Chi, Lost, Swallow, Porno Creep. Good God, which is an all-time classic. That's a really good song, Good God. Mr. Rogers. K at hashtag over the line through it, percentage exclamation mark. I'm not entirely sure what that means. No Place to Hide, which is referenced in All in the Family on their Follow the Leader album. Wicked, which features another artist, I'm not sure who it is. Adidas, which stands for All Day I Dream About Sex. Lowrider, which is a 50-second cover of the original Low Rider, that song. Ass Itch, and Kill You. So yes, check it out. KoRn's Life is Peachy. Not one of my favourite albums, but still a good album. Then, I believe they released Follow the Leader first. Does it say? Yeah, they did release Follow the Leader after that, which was their third album. I don't have that, sadly. I do on MP3 format, but I don't have a physical copy. However, I do have the one after, KoRn Issues. Now, it depends on which album you get. This one in particular, I think, had different album covers, depending on which version you got. This one, I think, is just the standard version. It's got no extras on anyway. It's got 16 songs. Dead. Falling Away From Me, which is one of KoRn's best songs out there. Fantastic song. Trash, For You. Beg For Me. Make Me Bad, which I believe was used in a movie soundtrack somewhere. Very good song, Make Me Bad. It's Gonna Go Away. Wake Up. Am I Going Crazy? Hey Daddy. Somebody Someone. The most overrated KoRn song in my opinion. I don't get why it's good. I just don't listen to it. It's just not really good, I think. No Way, Let's Get This Party Started. Wish You Could Be Me, Counting, and Dirty. Yeah, I only listened to 2 songs off this album, unfortunately. One more song than same amount of songs from Life is Peachy, but nonetheless, check it out. KoRn Issues, good album. Check out KoRn. KoRn are great. And then we come to their 2003 release. Not sure what number this is now in terms of albums they've actually released, but this is from 2003, and it has my favourite KoRn song on it, which is in fact the first song. This is KoRn's Untouchables, and the first song on it is Here to Stay. What a chunky, crunchy, meaty riff. Oh, it's so great. Check it out, man. Make Believe. Blame. That's quite a good song. Quite an underrated song, I think. Hollow Life. Bottled Up Inside. Thoughtless, which is a very good KoRn song, and that's also an underrated one in my opinion. It did get a music video, so obviously people liked it enough, but I do think it should be more played, to be honest. Excuse me. What I just said, thoughtless. Yep. Hating. Some more time. No, one more time. My bad. Alone I Break, which is like an acoustic song, which is really sad, but it's still. Then Embrace, which they haven't played in years, and I wish they'd play it live because Embrace is such a heavy song. Beat It Up Right. Wake Up Hate, which is a very underrated KoRn song. Wake Up Hate is great. It's got some like electronic elements to it. It's cool. I'm Hiding and No One's There. Yeah, check it out. KoRn's Untouchables. Just check out the intro to this album. It's great. Here to Stay. What a song. Really, really good. After this, then, I do have on MP3 format Take a Look in the Mirror, which was actually the first KoRn album I ever owned and listened to. I borrowed a bunch of stuff off my mate Fred and then gave it him back. But unfortunately, I don't have the copy, so I can't talk about it. Then we've got the See You on the Other Side album, which was 2005. Yeah. Creepy looking album cover there. Creepy. I want those contact lenses though. Yeah. This album was released when Brian Head Welch left the band. So it was just the four of them. It was the drummer, the bassist, the one of the guitarists, Monkey, and Jonathan Davis. And they had to stray for a bit. I've read in interviews and stuff that basically Brian was the main riff creator. He'd come up with the heavy riff, and then everyone else would work behind that kind of thing and come up with a song. So they've lost their main riff creator in this album, but it does have a couple of very good songs on it. You've got Twisted Transistor, which is an all-time KoRn classic. Such a great song. Politics, Hypocrites, Souvenir, 10 or a Two-Way, Throw Me Away, Love Song, Open Up, which I think is quite underrated, but I think I see why it's underrated, because apparently it's about being choked out during coitus. So there we are. Coming Undone, which is a great song. Really, really good song. It's got a weird music video as well. Check it out. Getting Off, Liar, 401, Seen It All, and Tearjerker. So yeah, check it out. KoRn's See You on the Other Side album. Then they released a few albums, and I didn't really listen much to them, to be honest. They did it like a second self-titled album, which had Hold On in it. That was a good one. But up until the one after... Hello. Go away. Email. My apologies. Apart from this album, up until their 2016 release, in my opinion, this was the only album worth buying. And it is very much hated upon in the metal community, because it's not really metal. It is in fact a dubstep. Yes, it's KoRn's The Path of Totality. Now, when I first bought this album, I listened to it on repeat for like 6 months, and I'm not even joking. It was the only thing I listened to. The only other album that's done that for me was 10,000 Fists by Disturbed, which was the first album I ever bought. This is the second album to do that, and currently the only other album to do that. I haven't listened to an album that intently for that amount of time other than 10,000 Fists. And it's got some bloody great songs on it. It's got Chaos Lives in Everything featuring Skrillex, which is a great song, really, really good song. Bit dark and creepy, but it's KoRn, what do you expect? Then it's got Kill Mercy Within featuring Noisier, which is another drum and bass artist that I really like. He does more drum and bass now anyway. He used to do like electronic and dubstep stuff, I think. But yeah, Kill Mercy, that's a good one. Then they've got a song where it could have been so good. The intro riff is fantastic. And then he starts singing during the verse and it just ruins it. It's called My Wall, featuring the dubstep artist Excision. Great dubstep artist, by the way. Then the most famous song off the album, which is Narcissistic Cannibal, featuring Skrillex and Kill the Noise. Absolutely fantastic song. Check it out. Narcissistic Cannibal by KoRn. Then Illuminati, featuring Excision and Downlink. And Illuminati's quite a good song. Burn the Obedient, featuring Noisier. Another good song. Sanctuary, featuring Downlink. Now, I guess this song's an acquired taste, but I love it. I actually really love this song. It's so dark and creepy. And it's just great. Sanctuary, check it out, man, honestly. Let's Go featuring Noisia, very good song. I do recommend that one. The other really famous song off this album, Get Up! Featuring Skrillex. Very, very good song. Check it out. Get Up by KoRn. Way Too Far featuring 12th Planet, which is alright. And Bleeding Out featuring Feed Me, which I think is really, really good. And they played in drop G for that song. Really, really cool. Really cool. This was the first album as well that they experimented with tunings. I believe that all of the songs, apart from Bleeding Out, are all played in B standard instead of A standard. And then Bleeding Out's played in drop G. Maybe it's G standard, I don't know. Yeah, check it out. KoRn's Path to Totality, really, really good album. And yeah, it is hated upon, but if you don't mind listening to music that people hate, check it out. Honestly, I couldn't recommend this album enough. It's really, really good. Next, the TV's gone off. Never mind, my lighting's gone. Next, we have the 2016 release that I was on about earlier, The Serenity of Suffering. Now, I was there on the day of the release to get this album. Really, really good album. It's got some proper nasty, heavy stuff. This was the album when they decided they were going to go back to, like, smashing, heavy, old-style KoRn. It's got Insane, which is great. And it's got a music video featuring Tommy Galecki, who's like a magician dude. I'm pretty sure it's him, anyway. It's got a very distinct face. Yeah, Insane's heavy as all hell. Really, really good. Rotting in Vain, which was the song that got famous off that album. Very, very good song. Black is the Soul, which is a very good song as well, and they play that live sometimes. The Hating, which is a good song. I think it's a bit underrated. It's a good song. Then they did A Different World, featuring the one and only Corey Taylor from Slipknot. Very, very good song. Bit of electronic stuff happening in there as well. Take Me, which is a song about being a drug and the drug's perspective on addiction, which is interesting. It does feel slightly unfinished, but it's a good song. Everything Falls Apart, Die Yet Another Night, When You're Not There, Next in Line, and Please Come For Me. So yes, KoRn's Serenity of Suffering. This is a good album and I do recommend it. Check it out. And now we come to my final real world purchase, shall we say. This is, well, it's got nothing on the front. That's because it is The Nothing by KoRn. Very, very, very good album, this. Really good. It was described in an article somewhere on the internet saying that it was like a very important KoRn album. And I totally agree because it's a really seriously good album, this. They've got this song. This album has 13 songs on it. The End Begins, Cold, which is a great song. Very, very heavy for KoRn. You'll Never Find Me, which was the first single they released off this album, and it got me very excited to buy it. The Darkness Is Revealing, which is a more famous song from the album as well. Idiosyncrasy, The Seduction of Indulgence, Finally Free, which I believe was used in a World of Tanks advert. Can You Hear Me, which is a great song, very good. The Ringmaster, Gravity of Discomfort, Harder, spelled H@RD3R. This Loss, which is so underrated. This Loss is great. It's got loads of different elements going on in the song. It's not just your standard KoRn song. And then Surrender to Failure. KoRn's The Nothing. This is a very good album. I highly recommend that you check this one out. And this one was released in 2019, so it's only like 3 years old. It's a very, very good album. Check it out. The Nothing by KoRn. So, thank you very much for joining me today for my favourite band of all time and the albums that I own by them. Yeah, have a very good day, morning, evening. Oh, do you know what? Have a very good morning, day, evening, night, wherever you may be on the face of the earth. Ta-ra. Oh, do you know, I can't find the stop button. Bye.